Dallas Mavericks won their first game without star Luka, who has been dealing with this very nagging ankle injury. He played on it, then he says, you know what, I shouldn't have played on it. How concerned overall are you with Doncic and his health?
You have to be concerned because you look at him, and it's been a big topic here in DFW amongst Mavs fans. He's pudgy. He's put on weight. Like it's almost like he's put on weight during the season, which sounds impossible.
Pudgy is one of the funniest
he even admitted it. It's not just me.
Right.
So adding a little bit of weight, and now he's playing on that ankle.
He started the season thinner than that.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
That's hard to do when you're playing the rigors of the NBA. But yeah, and he admits that, so it's not me just out of the blue.
Right.
You have to worry about him because he plays so much basketball. He played in the Olympics last year, had a short summer, plays every minute of every game the last couple years for the Mavericks. And again, he's 22, but that's an old 22. Right. He's been playing professionally since he was 14, so it's not like, other players that are 22. He said he played on the ankle when he probably shouldn't have, which again, that's Luka's DNA. It's why he's such a great player. Right. But boy, you've got to get him healthy. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, get him leaner and meaner and healthy, or the Mavericks are going nowhere fast. We all know that.
Although I will say, Luka's always had that look to him, right? I mean, have you ever seen him? He's not the guy that's posting the gym selfies.
We don't want that. We don't need that. We don't need him to be ripped.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you go look at, and I'm sure a lot of Mavericks fans watched the Olympics last year when he was playing, leading Slovenia almost to a medal.
Right.
He looks 30 pounds heavier than he did there.
Yeah.
And again, a lot of us struggle with our weight every day. I'm not criticizing him, but could that contribute to more wear and strain on your joints and your ankle? Whatever it is, he admits, I got to get it under control. Yeah. This is the time to do it because he's got to be, if he's not, in utmost physical condition and tip-top performance, that is this team. Even though they beat the Thunder. Now, the Thunder will cure a lot of your ails. You can show up to them with your C game. Yeah. I mean, I watched the game Sunday night, and I was like, I don't know two of their players. I mean, they're just – so the Mavericks took care of business there. But, boy, it's a very short list of who the Mavericks can beat without Luka.
Absolutely. Okay, so for the Dallas Mavericks, we are starting to see what they are as a team. What's impressing you the most about them as a team? And do you feel like you should apologize to Moses Brown?
I was about to say, I didn't know Moses Brown was a big fan of SportsIllustrated.com and our videos, but
that video did not last long.
We called him out.
If you haven't seen it, basically Richie says Moses should go to the G League immediately.
I did.
He's terrible.
I did, and I don't want to be the guy who just kind of sways with the wind and doesn't about face, but after we put our video out, and he had that horrible game against Cleveland where Jared Allen just abused him. He scored 9 minutes and 9 points in 9 minutes the next game, and
he's making an impact.
He's got I still don't know what he is or where he does, but his energy and his size alone, he's got something. That's up to Jason Kidd to develop that, and how do we best use him, but he's intriguing. I'll give him that, okay? I'm not going to put him in the G League. Calling him back up. Two-way player.
Okay, good. Is there anybody else or anything else that's impressing you about these Mavs?
They still, when it boils right down to it, doesn't it feel like it's, and this is kind of the good news, bad news with Luka. He's so good. He can get in the lane whenever he wants. He's such a good facilitator. Yeah. They kind of get caught like we do and like, wow, Luka's really good. Oh, crap. But they just kind of stand around the three-point line and wait for their shot. Yeah. There's not a lot of movement. And even last night in the game against the Thunder, there's not a lot of passion. And that's got to be what Jason Kidd's got to do. It's what Avery Johnson was so good at. And even Nelly to a point. And Carlisle early on. It was the Mavericks, maybe were not as talented as their opponent, but they played
so much
with more intensity. Yeah. And I don't see that this year. I see a team that's in long stretches is kind of like going through the motions. And boy, they are not good enough to go through the motions without Luka especially.
Well, and the West, you can't go through the motions and actually end up with the seed that you want.
Right. I want to see more guys creating their own shot. That's what they need. Tim Hardaway is very hit and miss on
Yeah,
that.
he can be that great.
If he makes a couple of jumpers, he like gets energized and will go to plan B, which is he can put the ball on the floor.
He's also a veteran on the team.
Yeah.
You know, you would hope that he could kind of inspire.
Right. And you know what else? They are he gets a lot of criticism, but they're a different team with Porzingis in the lineup as well. Without him, there's where the standing around happens. And even on the defensive end, he's been better since he got healthy. So let's give him a little bit of props for kind of a resurrection here, because a lot of people were ready to bury him early in the year when he was hurt and not playing well. But he looks like he's at least going to be put it together for in the middle of the season here, and when Luka really needs him.
And Porzingis has at times looked like that unicorn that everyone was hoping to see in Dallas. So do you feel like he has earned that criticism that he gets so often?
Absolutely, because he disappears in stretches.
Right.
I mean, the curse of being 7'3" and having all that skill is expectations are, and you're the unicorn. You're not the modest guy who can play. You're the unicorn, which is, there's a lot of NBA players. You're the one that has the unique skill set.
Yeah.
But too often he just turns into a catch and shoot jump shooter. But then, maybe Jason Kidd gets in his ear. Maybe he reviews tape of his game. The next game he'll come out, just a head fake and a couple of dribbles, and he can shoot over anybody he wants to.
Right.
And he can shoot that same shot from 12 feet that he does from 24 feet. Just give me some variety, mix it up, even post up. It just opens up so much options for his teammates. And without Luka, Porzingis has got to be that guy who not only gets his own shot, but gets shots for other guys. I don't think he's used to that. But we're seeing it. He's opened up his game. He's been much better the last couple of weeks.
Okay, so this is one of my favorite parts of the NBA season, and that's Christmas time.
It is Christmas time.
Yes, and the Dallas Mavericks are playing the Utah Jazz. Tough matchup.
Could they pick the Thunder to play on Christmas?
That would have been a great matchup.
That probably wouldn't get good TV ratings.
Nobody else would have wanted to watch that.
Yeah.
But I think right now the Mavs are 6-point underdogs. Is there any way that the Mavs can somehow beat this Jazz team and pull off a Christmas miracle?
Oh yeah, and I don't even think it'll be a Christmas miracle. I mean, the Mavericks at home right now they're a 500 team, but when Luka, let's assume he's back by then, healthy. It's only like 10 days away. Of course they can win that game. I mean, that's not beyond our rationale. Utah is really, really good though, and they've got watch Utah without the ball. The way they cut, the way they set ball screens, they set screens away from the ball. There's constant movement. There's driving into the lane with a purpose. And then I'm just saying right now the Mavericks look like they're just kind of waiting in hip deep mud when they're cutting through the lane. That's the difference to me. You got to stop Donovan Mitchell, that's where these 3-and-D guys have got. That's where Bullock and Sterling Brown have got to at least hold him from going crazy on Christmas. It's an intriguing matchup. Utah's one of the best road teams, and
I believe the game is in Utah.
Oh, it is in Utah.
So the Mavs will have to overcome not.
Well, there's no chance then. I'm surprised they're only 6-point favorites, underdogs in Utah. But they've also got to contend with Rudy Gobert, who's he used to just be like a freak that blocks shots all the time. He is such a factor now. Even on offense, he's a factor. With the pick and roll, he finishes with a lob dunk. And the Mavericks, the last time I checked, do not throw Moses Brown against Rudy Gobert on Christmas. Let's see how that turns out. Come on, Moses. I'm sticking up for you.
Every NBA player just loves to play on Christmas. They bring their A game. And so I'm interested to see how does Luka do? Because can he get any better? Can he be a bigger star than we've already seen? I mean, maybe.
How he becomes a bigger star? He goes into Salt Lake City on Christmas, puts up a triple-double, and walks out there with a win. That heightens the Luka legacy one notch more.
We'll be all hoping for that.